Hey there everybody, welcome back to the Sketchdom. My name is Jason Sketch and I'm super excited to bring you guys more Marvel Champions content. Today I'm going to be taking on Groot for the first time. I'm pretty excited about it, I hope you guys are as well. It's going to be something new for me, something I never tried out before, but I'm pretty stoked for it. I'm hoping to do a Editor's Protection build, but I'm hoping to use the new Ready for a Fight card to be able to flip him back down, back and forth, to be able to get growth counters up pretty quick. So, we'll see if this works out. We're going to take on the Tower Defense scenario, and I'm just stoked to see what's going to happen next. I hope you guys are as well. Alright guys, let's jump on down to the table and check things out. Alright guys, here we are down at the table. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am to be able to check out this scenario. Now, there's a lot going on here, so we're just going to take it all a little bit at a time, but I'm super excited to see what's going to happen next. So, here we are with Groot and his setup here. We've got all of his stuff ready to go. We need to get the setup ready, finished up here. So, for now, thank you so much, Oscar, for keeping an eye on things. We're going to move you up here, my friend. Okay. First and foremost, this token right here, this blank token, I'm going to use to be the Focus Defense token card. That way, we're not using a whole card to go back and forth. I don't have a lot of room on my screen to make that happen. So we're going to move that out of the way. And it says to put it on this side. Put the Idris Tower Stronghold into play face up. Defense attachment into play. Focus defense attachment into play. Attached to this stage. That's this token. Each player searches the encounter deck for a copy of Black Order Besieger, excuse me, and puts it into play engaged with them. Shuffling encounter deck. Now, I have never, that's not true. It's been a while since I've played this scenario. So, I am excited to see what it's going to be like, and I'm kind of curious how it's all going to play out. The rules that one can't die without the other is interesting. Kind of like the Four Horsemen thing that went on there in the Age of Apocalypse. But it should make things different, so. And by the way, friends, if you haven't done so already, please hit that follow button, hit that like button, and hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Let me tell me if you think Groot's going to be able to take this challenge on, or if Groot's going to get sliced in half like a tree. That he is. I would love to get that. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers, and it'd be really awesome if you guys could just help me out with that. If you guys have already subscribed and you've already hit that like button and you still want to help out, don't be afraid to share this out with your friends. Send it to them on a text message. Send it to them in a group chat. Be like, hey, check this guy out. He's making some awesome YouTube content for Marvel Champions. Or terrible YouTube content. You could tell people that too. But the more people that get attention, the better to help can support the channel. So, thank you guys so much for checking me out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And let's move forward. Alright. Get that there. Here's the health dials, by the way. This is for Midnight. This is for Glave. We've got everything here, so we're going to go ahead and flip both these over. Force interrupt when this stage would be completed. You're dealing damage to the tower. When this stage would be completed, remove all the threat from this stage. Instead, then deal each player one face down encounter card. Alright, well this one's not as bad as this one. Okay. Sounds good. So this starts here. We've got a Black Order Besieger in front of us. Very interesting. After Black Order Besieger engages you, choose to either deal 1 damage to... Oh, okay. 1 damage to Venger's Tower or 2 damage to your identity. And does it say put it into play, engage with him? Each player searches the encounter deck for a copy of Black Suits and puts it into play, engage with them. After engages you, okay. So I either need to put a damage on the tower or 2 damage to myself. We're going to go ahead and put a damage on the tower. I think we will be fine. So, alright. This goes here. Deep breath. It starts off with 1 here and 1 on the other one. Alright. Very cool. I think that's everything that happened there. Let's get down to business. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taunt. What a interesting way to start the game. So we'll get depth focused. I think is going to be a huge one for superpower stuff. Fertile Grounds. Exhaust Fertile Ground. Place 1 growth counter on Groot and draw 1 card. Fruition, which gives me 2 growth counters. Living Vines. After Groot uses a basic power, move 2 growth counters from here. Oh, already Groot. Wow, that's such a good card too. Okay. And then Hard to Ignore and Taunt are also great cards. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 growth counters on Groot. We're going to spend the Hard to Ignore to play Fertile Ground. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and exhaust Fertile Ground and place 1 growth counter on Groot and draw a card. Nick Fury. All right. Love you, Nick. You're not going to be useful in this moment. But that is great. So, next, we'll go ahead and spin Nick to play Deft Focus here. Let's flip up. Awesome. We'll exhaust Deft Focus to play Lashing Vines. After Groot uses a basic power, move 2 growth counters from him and ready Groot. So I can basically use it to ready Groot if I need to. And it gets that out of my deck, which is kind of nice. So we're going to put that there for now. Getting some readies are going to be awesome. I really don't want to get rid of this card because it gives me 2 growth counters, but I think I'm going to spend it. Yeah. I'm going to spend it to play Taunt. Which makes Corvis Glave attack me. I will go ahead and defend for 3. Groot would take any amount of damage, remove that many growth counters from him. Each growth counter removed this way prevent 1 of that damage. That's awesome. Okay. So he's swinging for 2 plus a boost. This guy's still here. 1. So he's swinging for 3. I took no damage, which is awesome. To draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I am Groot. Deal damage to enemy equal to the number of growth counters on Groot. There's Ironheart and Helicarrier. I think I'm going to spend Helicarrier and Ironheart to play I am Groot. To deal 3 damage to this guy and take him out. My hope is to eventually get 10 growth counters on Groot, so when I'm playing Groot, it will... It'll do 10 damage, so for 2 costs, I think that's great value. So we'll just see how that goes. Okay. Let's ready everything up. I could do another ready. But I don't want to spend the growth counters just yet. I want to hold on to them. So draw up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We got the Root Stomp, which deals 5 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats that enemy, place 1 growth counter on Groot. Entangling Vines. When Groot makes a basic thwart, remove 1 growth counter, and that happens. I like Vine Shield. When Groot defends against an attack, remove 1 growth counter from him and exhaust Vine Shield. Groot gets +3 defense for that attack. That's my goal, because now I get a 6 defense. So I do want to get that card on the table, which that focus on me to do that. Plus Practice Plan is going to be huge for us later on. So both those things, maybe we can get a Root Stomp down on the table as well. So I think we'll be able to do that. That should be a fun next turn. Okay. First things first. This moves over here. She's now the active villain. Which this becomes the main scheme, right? Ah. Pull up my handy-dandy rulebook. It's been a while since I've played Tower Defense, so bear with me, guys. I apologize. Is the active villain. Okay. Okay, so this scenario has 2 main scheme cards in play at the same time, Stage 1B and Stage 2B. Both main schemes are active each round. Encounter cards that refer to the main scheme refer to both main scheme cards. Each main scheme gains threat during Step 1 of the villain phase, and they are each affected by the Acceleration Crisis icons in play. When someone plays a card that refers to the main scheme, the card controller must choose which of the 2 schemes it's referring to. Okay. All right. So these both go up by 1. Okay. That's going to be fun. All right. Next, Proxima Midnight is going to attack Groot. Proxima Midnight attacks. Choose either deal 1 damage to the Avengers Tower, or Proxima Midnight gets +1 attack. We'll deal a damage to the tower and defend. She swings for 3. I'm defending for 3. So he's going to take a point of damage. Or not. Add the other villain's scheme and attack. Scheme and attack to this villain's scheme and attack for this activation. Okay. So she swings for 5. I could... I could take the 2 damage, or I could just prevent 2 of that damage. Don't really want to waste the growth counters right now, so we will... I can always ready with the Lashing Vines too, which I may need to do. We'll see how this all plays out. I'm just going to take the 2 points of damage right now. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys do the same thing with Groot? Okay. She attacked. We get an encounter card. Proxima Spear. Attacks with Proxima Midnight. Proxima Midnight's gain Overkill and Piercing. Take 1 damage and spend a Lightning and Mental Resource and discard this card. Alright, so she gets +1 attack. That's actually really annoying. Super duper annoying. Okay. So I could definitely take that out this, but she's not going to attack me this next turn. So I got a turn that can wait to deal with this. I think we'll leave it there for now. I want to go ahead and put practice plan onto the table. And we'll def focus to get the Vine Shield onto the table. And I think we're going to put Vine Shield up here to remind me that I can defend for 6 now. Still not my practice plan just yet. So if I flip down, they're going to scheme. It'll be Corvis Glave scheming. So, not too worried about that. Much as I want to play Root Stomp, I think I need to hold on to a Root Stomp and go ahead and get the Entangling Vines down. Having that ability to thwart for big is going to be huge for me. In the long term, let's flip down. Let's get 2 more growth counters. We'll Fertile Ground. Awesome. And we'll go ahead and play this to get us 2 more growth counters. Right, we flipped down, we did this would have also gotten us to 6. This will get us to 8. Put those right there. That's a lot of counters. Okay. I think we hold on to Root Stomp. And let's drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, there's a genius. All right. We're going to use the genius to play the Root Stomp next turn. What is this? Vine Spikes. It adds to his basic attack. We are Groot. Remove up to 4 growth counters from Groot. Choose that many friendly characters. Give that many characters a tough status card. That's a nice card we can save for later, probably. We definitely want to get Endurance on the table to, I think, add to our health. And getting Night Nurse on the table will be nice, too. But I think getting Vine Spikes is going to be better for us as well. Plus, we're going to see what our extra card is going to be from Fertile Ground. So, we'll ready everything back up. This moves over here. Threat goes up to 3 on each. Okay. Corvis Glave is going to scheme for 2, 3. All damage must attack defeats it. If this damage attack defeats an ally, deal 3 damage to the tower. Okay. He schemed for 3, which got his threat up to 6. When this stage would be completed, remove all threat from this stage instead, then deal each player 1 face down encounter card. Alright. So we get 2 encounter cards. Landing Craft. When defeated, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play engaged with the player who defeated the scheme. Okay. Has 2 threat on it. Manageable. And then we are going to get a second encounter card, Evil Alliance. Put 3 pursuit counters on Pursued by the Past. Okay. Not bad. It's our turn. Groot will go ahead and use his action to get... Well, we'll go ahead and do this alter ego action. We place 8, so we're at 9 growth counters. And then, because of that, we drew a card for Fertile Ground. It's I am Groot. Remove threat from a scheme equals to the number of growth counters on Groot. Wow. Okay. 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 That is super cool. All right. Still not the card I was looking for. I was wanting to draw a practice plan, or I think it's not practice plan. Shoot, ready for fights, but we don't have that yet. That's okay. We'll go ahead and action to get this up to 10. Stupid high number. Getting growth counters on him feels easier than I expected it to be, but I could be wrong. Okay. So I think we need to deal with 2 pieces of threat right now before we do anything else. So I really want to attack them. As well as this is going to be a problem for me too, and I forgot about it. I can deal with it. So once we do that, we can also remove a lot of threat. Plus more threat there. Still hold on to Night Nurse. Okay. Or we could hold on to Root Song. I think first and foremost we need to deal with this. So we're going to go ahead and do a hero action here to take a point of damage, which is down to 7. Which I won't. We'll just go down to 8. We'll lose say at 8, and we'll just take a point of damage away from here, so he's at 9. Then we will spend these 2 cards. Wish it wasn't the endurance, but it's alright. To get rid of this spear. We don't need her swinging for 4 right now. And she's going to be attacking next. Then we will use our yeah, I think that's going to be a better deal there. So let's go ahead and Def Focus and Genius to play I Am Groot. And in doing so, we're going to remove all the threat from here. Feels like crazy because it's 9 threat removed, but that's alright. Groot is going to go ahead and spend 1 of his growth counters to exhaust, to remove 3 threat, so that'll do that there. When defeated, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engaged with the player who defeated this scheme. Okay. So we're discarding until we get a minion, which is the Outrider. When revealed, discard 1 card at random from your hand. I don't like that. Hold on. But it's not revealed, right? Or cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put the minion play engaged with you, and it's not revealed. So that's good news. I don't have to do that discard feature there. We are going to go ahead and spend the Vines and the Night Nurse to play Root Stomp. Yeah. I'm not ready to do this just yet. Even though it makes sense. So, I'll play Root Stomp, though, to take out the Outrider. And when I do that, because it defeats an enemy, I get to place one growth counter back on Groot, which puts me back at 9. Awesome. I don't know where I got the idea that Groot wasn't going to be fun. I'm having a blast with Groot right now. Still not doing the damage I want to, but that's okay. Another root stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our ready for a fight. Let the games begin. Even then, flipping down for Groot wasn't that bad. Of course, the scenario is a little bit different, but all the same. Then this is going to go over to Under Siege. Both are going to go up by 1. Proxima Midnight is going to attack. Groot will defend. And we'll go ahead and take a growth counter off of him here. So he's defending for 6. Swings for 3, 4, 5. I take no amount of damage. Do we want to Lashing Vines here? Lashing Vines is such a good card for like recovery and stuff. I think we do. We want to go ahead and Lashing Vines to ready up. We get an encounter card, which is Corvis's Cunning. When revealed, Corvis activates against you. Okay. So he's going to attack me for 2 plus a boost. Glad I readied. I'll go ahead and defend for 3. I'm not going to defend for 3. I'll go ahead and, yeah, that's perfect. Just take the damage. So he swings for 2. Undefended attack, though, so we're doing, yeah, we'll go ahead and defend for 3. And she attacked me, so there should be, oh, shoot, she attacked for what? 5, 6, 7. I would have taken the 1 point of damage from her from that attack, and then when he attacks, I'll defend for 3. He swings for 2, 3, 4. I will spend a growth counter. No, I'll just take that point of damage as well. This is fine. I wish I could go down to recover now, but it is what it is. Don't want to do more damage to the tower if I don't have to. Now that I'm in a decent spot. So he doesn't have any defense cards, but that is okay. All right. Guess that's easy. Okay. Let's go to my turn. Trying to make a decision here. I need to start attacking them. So we have no minion to attack, but I think a Groot Stomp would still be good to do. I kind of want North Star on the table, but I think North Star can wait. Right? North on the table, we won't get to make that attack. But it doesn't mean we can't make an attack in the future. So I think we spend Root Stomp and None of these are superpowers at all. Having North Star on the table is going to be a nice benefit here, even though Groot's defending for stupid amounts now. So I think we do Dauntless and Strength to get North Star on the table. Probably one of my favorite ally cards in the game. So, all right, we are going to end up playing Ready for a Fight today. So, anything I want to do top side? Not really. I can't, so we're going to flip down. We get 2 more growth counters. Fertile Ground. You get another growth counter. And get Professor X. Can't afford Professor X. But he's a fantastic card. Phenomenal, really. He's going to be helpful for next turn. So we'll hold on to him. We'll spin the Groot Stomp to get ready for a fight down. I think I'll still let Corvis Glave scheme this next turn so we can heal. And then we'll go from there. Even though we got the ready for the fight on the table. Yeah, and it requires a fist to play, which we use the Root Stomp to play it. So, all right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got a stun gun. Interesting. There it goes up to 2 on both ends. This ends up moving over here. Corvis Glave is going to scheme. Do I want to pop Ray for a fight? I think we're okay. Especially since we got Professor X in our hand here. And we've also got Hope Summers. Hopes you find a superpower card. Hopes you find a superpower card. Which... yeah. The I Am Groot being able to do 10 damage is exciting. So, there's options there. The Hope Summers can wait. And you can just search your deck for superpower card and add it to your hand. So, I think Professor X is going to be more important to get on the table next turn. Alright. Armored Vest is going to be huge. So, he's going to scheme for 2. 3, 4. It's up to 4 here. Professor X, easy to manage. And counter card is Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. If there are no side schemes in play, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a side scheme is discarded. Reveal that side scheme. Okay. There are no side schemes in play. So, we'll just discard until we get a side scheme. Thank you, Master Plan. Alright. Landing Craft. Another 2 threat side scheme. Manageable. Not impossible. my turn. So entangling vines, we can do things with as well. We're going to recover for 4. First thing. To get back up to 10. We will Lashing Vines. Take 2 of those to ready Groot. We will then use Groot's action to get those 2 things back. Plus, we'll Fertile Ground to get another. We're at max growth counters and draw a card. It's another ready for a fight. Fantastic. Okay. They're coming a little later in the game than I wanted them to. That's fine. But they have become an easy way for me to go down now to get stuff. So we've done all the things we want to do at the foot, right? We have no alter ego actions here. Me to contend with. Not really. Okay. All right. We're going to go up. We need to get rid of threat there. Plus, we need to get rid of threat over there. So, who would we like to confuse? We tend to go down for Corvis Glave, so... Man, there's a lot of choices to be made here. I know I want to get Armored Vest onto the table. Stun Gun sounds like fun. Hope Summers. But I don't think that it's the right time for her because the other card I'm looking for is not going to be in the deck. I won't know that unless I play her. I can afford her. All right, let's see. Can I afford both? 1, 2, 3 cards. No. I cannot. But depending on what superpower card I find, I could play them both. So we are going to go ahead and spend the energy ready for a fight and Stun Gun to play Hope Summers on the table. After you play Hope Summers from your hand, search your deck for a superpower card and add it to your hand. Alright. And here's the I Am Groot card we're looking for. So there are 2 in my deck. We're going to go ahead and grab it. We're getting close to the bottom of our deck here, which means we're drawing quite a bit, which is awesome. We're going to go ahead and do what we were super excited for. She has 3 health. Awesome. She was the better choice because I'm more excited about this. So, and she can still thwart, which is totally fine. And I can thwart for the same amount Professor X could. So, we are going to spend a Death Focus and a Practice Plan. Play I Am Groot. And deal damage to an enemy equal to the number of growth counters on Groot. We have a max of 10 that we can get on him, so we have 10 damage here. We can either do it to Corvis, Glave, or Proxima Midnight. I feel like we should do it to Proxima. She's down to 2 health points. We'll spend the Professor to get the Armored Vest onto the table. So now we're defending for stupid amounts of defense here. We've got some fun things happening. Okay. Next. Hope Summers is going to clear this here. I want to discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until we discard a minion and put it into play and engage with us. Alright. After Black Order Brazinger engages you, choose to Besieger engages you, deal 1 damage to the Avenger's Tower or deal 2 damage to your identity. We're going to deal... We'll deal 2 damage to my identity. And it'll just be growth counters. He's annoying, but not super annoying. I don't have the attack to take him out right now, which is okay. We have a good defense. We got plenty of health pool here. Groot's going to go ahead and... Yeah, we don't have enough attack to take him out, but we can clear 3 threats off of Corvis Glaves. Helio up here, get it back down to 1. So, okay. That was a fun turn. We're ready everything back up. She should be at 2 health. Never really had a chance to play Hope Summers, but I think with him having so many superpower cards in his deck, it makes perfect sense. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we've got Unflappable, which would be kind of nice on the table. Electrostatic Armor, which would be so good. Angel's Airy, Hard to Ignore, and Stun Gun. So a lot of these cards now are just going to be a matter of getting stuff on the table to make stuff happen. Stun Gun is not as helpful as I thought it was going to be. I really want to play a game where I make Stun Gun work, so my turn's over. This moves over to this wonderful lady. Threat goes up by 1 on each of these. So we've been watching Threat here. And... Alright. Next, Proxima is going to attack. I'm defending for 7. She swings for 3, 4, 5. I take no damage. After Groot uses a basic power, remove 2 growth counters from him. And ready Groot. Black Order Berserker is going to attack for 2. I'll take 2 damage. Almost makes North Star obsolete. But you never know when those big hits are going to happen. So, alright. Encounter card is Sinister Strike. Place 1 pursuit counter pursued by the pass. Then if there's any counters on it, the villain attacks you. There will not be any counters on it because this will activate. So I get to experience his wonderful villains. Where did I put his wonderful villains? I did not shuffle them in, did I? No, I did not. They are just off on the side over here. Alright. So we've got some fun things to contend with now. We got a Blazing Inferno. After the villain phase begins, deal 2 indirect damage to each player. Yeah, we're not going to let that happen. This has 3 threat on it. And this guy has 6 health. Okay. Deal 2 indirect damage to each player. Jeez. Alright, so we're going to have to take him out. Not impossible. Just annoying. Alright. It's not good. That shouldn't even be anywhere near there. Oh no, I may have slightly damaged a card. Okay, let's check on that later. That sucks. It's not a card that we were playing with. It was a card for a different scenario, so just stinks. Not that I can't replace it. Just not something I want to have to spend money to replace. So don't know how it fell on the ground, but you know how things go. So all right. Okay. That was the end of the villain phase, so it's my turn. Stun gun doesn't sound too bad now. Groot is going to go ahead and clear the Blazing Inferno threat. So we're not going to deal with that. Getting indirect damage on the nonsense there. None of these say superpower on them, unfortunately. Okay. So all these can be played in alter ego, so I need to keep that in mind as well. What am I doing top side here? We have 2 minions that we need to get rid of. We are going to make ready for a fight, a thing this next round. So I think Hope Summers is going to attack the Black Order Berserker for 2. And we're going to have to get rid of this guy another turn. Which sucks. And then North Star will also attack. Get rid of the Black Order. The Seizure. Proxima Midnight attacked. I think we continued with that where I did the extra, took the extra damage, right? No. No, sure. We'll just do it up here for now. I don't remember what happened, so we're just gonna go put this at 3. Rashford gets to be played down bottom, so it doesn't really have to be a hero action for the Def Focus. I don't really want to play the stun gun right now. The rest of them are about helping Groot out. Groot's already done an action here. We'll flip down. Get 2 more counters to get back up to 5. Fertile Ground to go up to 6 and draw a card. which is Taunt. Taunt would be nice for letting us draw more cards next turn. Okay. We are going to... These are 4 cards I want to get on the table. I only have 2 that I don't have to spend. So, can't play Taunt now. Deal with Taunt later, I guess. Flatbolt is just nice because I know I'm going to get that. So, we're going to go ahead and spend Stun Gun to get Unflappable on the table. We're going to spend Angel's Airy to do Electric Static Armor. When I defend against an attack, I get to deal 1 damage to the attacking character, which is great. And then we'll spend Taunt to play Hard to Ignore. After your hero defends against an attack and takes no damage, remove 1 threat from the main scheme. So, a lot happening on the table here. I'm going to move that over a little bit more to kind of get some stuff on the table. It's easier to see. So, okay. Not a bad spot. Ready up? We get an encounter card. And we draw 1. Oh, we will miss out on the extra fertile ground here, though, but better than Corvis Glave skewing out on me again, getting 3 encounter cards this next turn, I think. It really depends on what we draw. Because if I can get it up to close to another 10, that would be awesome. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. We've got an I am Groot. Remove threat from the scheme equal to the number of growth counters on Groot. We've got an Endurance. We've got another Taunt. Nice. We've got the spikes to the attack. We've got Fruition. And we've got Genius. That is actually all really good stuff. So. This moves over here. Threat goes up by 1 on each. Corvis Glave is going to attack. We will pop. Ready for a fight. Practice plan. After you discard a preparation card you control, discard practice plan, return that card to your hands from your discard pile. Which ready for a fight. Flips me up. Corvis Glave now attacks me instead. I will defend for 4. I'll defend for 4. Corvis Glave attacks for 2, 3, so I take no damage. In doing so, Unflappable pops off. After you defend against an attack and take no damage, exhaust Flappable, draw a card. Hard to Ignore. After your hero defends against an attack and takes no damage, exhaust Hard to Ignore, remove one threat from the main scheme. Static Armor. After you defend against an attack, deal 1 damage to the attacking character. And that's not an exhaust. That's awesome. Okay. So, Corvis Glave now gets a point of damage. Fantastic. Okay. The scary monster is going to attack. I'll take 2. Where's my hero? Oh, yeah. It's underneath the encounter card. Okay. I'll take 2. And then we'll take 2 with the counters here from the indirect damage. Oh, well. And then I'll also have spent the Lashing Vines here to ready Groot. We're down to 2, which is fine. Okay. I want Groot ready. Okay. Now my turn. Except for the fact that we have 2 encounter cards. We got this encounter card and we get the second one. So first things first, Black Order Infantry. Give the villain a tough status card when defeated. So I've got to take him out before I can attack either one of the villains. Next is Corvis Glave activates against you. So Groot will defend for 4. Groot will defend for 4. Things for 2, 3, 4. I take no damage. Which also gives him a point of damage. Of course, it gets down to 9. So. Fun times. Okay. Wow. All right. We're going to play Fruition to get this up to 4. I don't know if I want the Vine Spikes. The I Am Groot here, where I remove threat, is not as appealing to me right now. I would have loved to have him attack me again with taunts. Maybe we hold on to taunt for now. For now, I do want to get... We'll spin the Vine Spikes to get ready for a fight onto the table. We will spend Genius, Endurance, and I Am Groot to play Nick Fury. Fury will draw me 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Bummer. Okay. Just trying to make decisions here. We got to take out the Black Order here before we can attack. Oh, that makes things easy, actually. So we'll spend a Death Focus. And Professor X. Play I am Groot. And we will deal 4 damage to this guy and take him out. Gives Corvis Glave a tough status card. Oh man, that's fine. Next we will have Hope Summers attack here. We have North Star attack there as well. And Nick Fury will go ahead and finish him off. I'd like to save him for a chump block, but all the benefits of me defending is so good too. Okay. Drawing 3 more cards with Taunt sounds super tempting. I lose out on a hard to ignore if I do that. We're going to have 2 hard to ignores on the table. And start really taking out threat little by little. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this Taunt to get a second hard to ignore out here. So they'll both be symbolized as exhausted right now, which is fine. They're all ready up here in a second. They're ready for a fight here. So if I am going to flip down, before I do that, get this ready for a fight up here. Before I do that, I am going to flip down. We'll get this back up to 6. 7. Yeah. And we draw that extra card, which is energy. So we'll spend the energy to play Hard to Ignore. Hold on to the taunt for next turn. Ready up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Okay. Beautifully done. Threat goes up to 4 on each. This should move over. Proxima Midnight is going to come in for an attack. We'll pop Ready for a Fight to make that happen, which will flip Groot back up. Nick Fury will defend. She swings for 3, 4. Thank you, Nick Fury, for your service. Okay. Get an encounter card. Nowhere safe, puts pursuit counter and pursued by the past. Then, if it has any counters on it, discard an upgrade or support you control. Are there any upgrades or supports that I'm okay with letting go of? Not really. So we'll get rid of one of the hard to ignore, which makes me a little sad, but I'd rather lose one hard to ignore than anything else. This basically comes out for free, though, if I get it again. But I may need to start taking out threat here soon, so. I'll just have to see. Okay. Let me know if you guys thought it was a poor choice. I think it's not a terrible choice. Alright. We're going to play Fruition to get 2 more growth counters. So we're at 9. North Star will clear the tough status card. Then we're going to use the Def Focus and a Stun Gun to play I Am Groot and deal 9 damage to Corvis Glave. Then we will have Groot attack for 2 against Proxima Midnight. We will use Lashing Vines, spend 2 of our growth counters for Ready Groot. These get moved on. We're looking at health points here. We're at 15. And 14. All right. We forgot to do... Well, I would have given it +2 for the attack. So, against Nick Fury. Next, we're going to play Taunt. Yes, next we're going to play Taunt. So we'll spin the Dauntless to play Taunt on Proxima Midnight. Then attacks you. Other characters cannot defend against this attack. I will defend for 6. I actually defend for 7. She swings for 3, 4. And when she's... I'll have to give it here, because I would probably have done it here. So 4. But she swings for 4. I take no damage. She gets a point of damage from the electrostatic armor. We'll go ahead and use the hard to ignore to remove a threat from her scheme. We'll pop the Unflappable to draw a card. And then we draw 3 cards with Taunt. 1, 2, 3. You can put ready for a fight down. Or we can play another taunt and draw 3 more cards. Also like a root stomp. Getting ready for a fight now is going to be important, but we might be able to get it with 3 more cards. Can I take the damage is the question. It's real tempting. I don't think it's a wise idea to play taunt right now. So, we will use the taunt to get ready for a fight onto the table. Angel's Area and Night Nurse will play Root Stomp. I'll go ahead and deal 5 damage to Proxima Midnight. Flip down. Get 2 more growth counters. Fertile Ground. Get another growth counter. Okay. Start my turn. We're going to go ahead and toss the I Am Groot card, and we will draw up to our complete hand size. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got the Root Stomp. We got a We Are Groot to get us tough status cards. We have a Practice Plan, which would have been nice to have earlier. That's okay. We can get it still back on the table. We have 2 Root Stomps. So we can actually do some stomping this next turn, which is kind of fun. Okay. Not kind of fun. Very fun. All right. This transfers over to Corvis Glave. They go up by 1 each. 4, 5. Corvis Glave is going to come in for an attack. We're going to pop ready for a fight. To flip up. Of course, Glave is going to attack me for 2 plus a boost. I'm going to defend for 4. I defend for 4. These are 4. He's an ally, deal 3 damage to the Avenged Tower, so awesome. So I take no damage. And taking no damage will do Hard to Ignore, which gets this back down to 4. He'll take the point of damage from Electrostatic Armor. Unflappable. Will let us draw another card, which is Stun Gun. Okay. Stun Guns are getting in the way. That's fine, though. They allow me to play other cards, which is exciting. Okay. And counter card is Direct Assault, attached to the villain who is not the active villain. When attached villain attacks, the attack gains ranged. If that attack defeats an ally, deal 3 damage to the Avengers Tower. At the end of this attack, discard Direct Assault. Okay. She's just going to have a huge freaking attack when she attacks next turn. That's fine. We can live with that. Or we can just make her scheme. Alright. I did want to use the Lashing Vines as well when I defended to ready Groot back up. Okay. Well, I get to play both Groot Stomps if I do this. Let's see. I will. Alright, so we're going to spin these 3 to get Helicarrier on the table. I think that's important. It's sad that it doesn't count as an actual defeat because she can't be defeated if Corvis Glave has remaining hit points. So that's okay. Helicarrier and Death Focus will take a Root Stomp and deal 5 damage to Proxima Midnight. 4 health points. Spin the Strength for Root Stomp to deal 5 more damage. Proxima Midnight. Alright. All I have left is 13 hit points on Corvis Glave. If I flip down now, she schemes out and she can do 6 damage to the Avengers Tower. If I stay up, which I have plenty of... I still have things I can do because I'm ready. So I don't want to do anything just yet. Screw it. Yeah, we'll clear 3 threat from here down to 1. We're going to go ahead and flip down and let her scheme. While we're down, we'll go ahead and get 2 counters back. I guess it doesn't do me any good to do that right now because, well, let me see if this card's worth it or not. And I think I was at 6, so I'm back up to 10, right? Because I got 3. No, I would have gotten to 3. At 9. That's fine. We'll see what this card is. Ironheart. We'll toss Ironheart for now. We do get a encounter card. So really now we're just looking for an I Am Groot card to take out Corvis Glave with. Amazing. Kidoki. One, 2, 3. There it is. 4, 5, 6. All right, it's about to be game. I'm excited. Threat goes up by 1 on each. This comes over here. He's going to scheme for 2. Oh, she schemes for 5. Which sucks, but it is what it is. So this pops, deals 6 damage per player to Avengers Tower, which gets up to 10 here. After damage is placed here, if there's at least 9 damage per player here, remove all of it, then flip the Avengers Tower over. When revealed, discard each other Avengers Tower card from play. Okay. And then after damage is 9 damage is dealt here, and we lose the game. Alright. But we're about to win, so. That happened, we need another encounter card. We have 2 encounter cards to contend with. First encounter card is Dark Designs. Place on pursuit counter and pursued by the past. Then, if there are any threat here, the villain schemes. Okay, well that's annoying. She schemes for 2, 3, 4, 5. Jeez. Okay. Second encounter card. Under fire. Surge. Reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Jeez, here we go. And it's also a surge, so. Dark designs. Place for pursuit counter pursued by the past. Crap. And she's going to scheme for 2, 3. And we get an acceleration token out. This goes to 6 here. Holy smokes. Okay. We may be losing here faster than I thought. A practice plan would have been nice now. Or not practice plan, a ready for a fight would have been nice now. So maybe running one more ready for a fight in this deck wouldn't be a bad idea. One more practice plan. And get rid of the stun guns. Okay, here's my last encounter card. Hinder 1. I think this is 3. When defeated, the player who defeats this scheme draws 1 card. Alright. That means I can't remove threat from somewhere else. That's no big deal. It is my turn. First and foremost. Oh, and everything should have been readied up. You guys are probably screaming at me that whole time. I got so excited about what cards I drew and ready everything up. So, we'll go ahead and fertile ground. Get this up to 10. We'll draw a card. We're going to flip up to Groot. And we're going to Helicarrier and Def Focus to play I Am Groot. Deal damage to the enemy equal to the number of growth counters on Groot, which we have 10. Do that to Corvis Glave. He's now down to 3 health points. Then we will spend Ironheart and Practice Plan to play Root Stomp. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. The attack defeats that enemy, give yourself a growth counter. And it does defeat Corvis Glaive. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is game. Oh my gosh. Groot is a monster. I don't know where people are saying that Groot's bad. I've heard that online. That Groot's not a good card, not a good character. He's a freaking boss. And I had a ton of fun playing him. I don't know if this is the most optimal build for him. Ready for a fight. Maybe not worry about flipping down at all. Because I just flip down. Get my growth counters. That basically I get 3 per turn. And then just waiting to pay 2 cost to play a card that lets me attack for 10. Groot's phenomenal. And then of course you get all the extra like protection cards out there with Unflappable, Electrostatic Armor, Armored Vest. Hard to ignore. I think the only downfall I had in this deck was I was running Stun Gun, which is worthless. If I had had Angel's Area on the table, every time I defended, which it came out 3 times in this game, by the way, every time I defended, I would have just flipped down, healed up everything I needed to heal up, so I wouldn't have been worried about damage at all, because you can just pop it every time you flip down, because you're flipping down almost every other turn with this deck, just to get your growth counters. I really, really had fun with this. Now, I'm sad that I lost Avengers Tower, and I think I would have been fine if it wasn't for the fact that the nonsense happened. And so, that crazy amount of encounter cards right there at the end was wild. North Star's always a beautiful card. Taunt, such a good card. I like it a lot, especially for a build like this where I'm going to be readying him back up anyways. Groot was real fast and easy to get down. The stun guns were a waste of time. Don't play stun gun. Get and said if you're going to build this deck, do a third ready for a fight, and a third practice plan. Hope Summers to help me find that I Am Groot card is great. Nick Fury's a good card for this deck too. Fruition, such a good card. I don't think Professor X is necessary. You don't have to have Professor X, but he was nice to have in there. Once I got things set up for Groot to be able to do some clearing of threat, it wasn't bad. Now, granted, the threat level here is just different from any other game, so maybe I picked the right game and scenario for him to take on with this build, but I had a lot of fun. I wish I could have gotten Helicarrier down sooner. The We Are Groot card, I feel like is better in a multiplayer game. Here, I wasn't even worried about getting a tough status card because I was defending for 7. So there was like, I wanted to defend anyways to be able to get all my kickers off. So maybe you're running another hard to ignore, so you're running 3 at a time and you're clearing 3 threat while you're defending. It's a card that I never really thought I would enjoy, but Marvel Earth Twister swears by it. So I thought I would as well try it. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this game as much as I did. This was great. Groot is phenomenal. I don't know why people think Groot's on a lower tier hero. I will play Groot again for sure. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. I'm going to go work on editing this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. So, as always, next time I'll be deadly serious next time. Please let me know your thoughts, anything about Groot. Peace.